Hello, I'm Grant, and I'm trying to live forever. Lost over 300 pounds using the gastric bypass, and I've maintained that weight over the last 18 years, and I'm hoping to give you the tools and resources you can do the same thing. Today we're going to talk about gastric bypass versus gastric sleeve. And if you hear a dog growling, I'm in here at the house with a den with my dog, Roscoe, which needs a hush. He listens. Anyways, today we're going to talk about the difference between the gastric bypass and the gastric sleeve. And the first biggie is how you have to chew your food. With the gastric bypass, when they rearrange everything, they leave you with a small dime-sized hole, okay, in the bottom of your pouch. And your pouch doesn't have any acid in it, okay, but you have to chew up your food. It has to be small enough to get through that really small hole. If you don't chew it up good enough, if you just kind of swallow chunks, you're gonna have to get rid of it because it's just not gonna move. It's not gonna pass, okay? That's the sleeve. That's the bypass. Sleeve, in other words, they just take out a big section of your stomach. They leave the esophagus normal, and they leave the exit sphincter on the bottom of your stomach in place, and it just basically give you a hot dog sized tube. It still produces acid, okay? So, but you don't have to, you can get little chunks down and it's not a problem. So bypass, chew it up real good. Gastric sleeve, normal. Sugar and alcohol tolerances. When you have the bypass, your sugar and alcohol tolerances are going to be way off. They're going to make you sick. You're going to get drunk real fast. Sugar is going to affect you heavily. Even after 18 years, I have to watch my sugar. Okay, I can't just eat a piece of pie and not think I'm going to have to go home and take a nap or get sick. Even after 18 years, it just doesn't happen. Gastric sleeve, not as bad. You guys still have the full connection from the stomach all the way through the small and large intestine. So you handle sugars a little bit better, which in my opinion is probably not a good thing. I need that kick in the gut to remind me of why I had that bypass. I need that reminder for my own. I'm still, after 18 years, I'm still addicted to food. Okay. Let me see. What's next? Heartburn, acid reflux. When you have the gastric bypass, you have a pouch. The mechanism where the acid is made is left in the stomach that your pouch is detached from. And that mechanism puts the sauces downstream into your small intestine. Your pouch doesn't create any acid. So the digestive system doesn't happen in your pouch. You still chew and you still make the saliva and that pre-digest your food. But your food has to pass through that small hole and get into your small intestine to be able to be assimilated and be digested. And that's the difference. See, you have one pouch with no acid. So here's the bottom line to this. You see, if you have acid reflux now, before the surgery, it's going to be worse after the surgery if you have the sleeve. Acid reflux can sometimes be fixed by having the Roux bypass, because you're literally disconnecting the source of the acid for the reflux, which is your stomach. It still stays inside your cavity and still produces acid, but it gets flushed out through your intestines. It doesn't come up through your esophagus. That's a biggie. Long-term results. The numbers are in, boys and girls. Roux bypass is long-term a much better surgery. I'm sorry, the numbers don't lie. It just doesn't lie. Roux has better results long term than the sleeve does. The reason the sleeve is being done so much is because it's cheaper and more economical, and they can make more money at the clinics. Gastric bypass takes about 3 hours to do under the knife. They've got the sleeve down so cold now they can do that less than an hour. So if you're doing surgeries from say 6 till noon, you can do 2 bypasses a day, and your place can charge $25,000 a piece for it. That's 50. Or you can do 6 bypasses a day. If you just do till noon, you can do 6 bypasses a day at 20 grand a piece. That's the numbers. That's 120,000 as opposed to 50,000. They're making twice as much money by doing sleeves. It's easier for them. They've got special tools made now. They just got to basically just put this clamp on. It does the cauterizing, it does cutting. They basically just pull that section of your stomach out and they're done. Time. It's cookie cutter, guys. And that's the reason why they push it, because they make so much more money. This part of the medical profession, unfortunately, is tended towards the money part. It's all tended towards the money part, boys and girls. Let's just get serious about this. But for the clinic's benefit, they can make a lot more money doing sleeves as they can do row wise. Think about that one. Just think about that one. The numbers don't lie. If you ever want to answer to something, just follow the money. Let's see. Recovery. Recovery for the two, I'm going to say, is about the same. You're having, bariatric surgery. You're having laparoscopic surgery. Now, if you're too big to be able for them to go laparoscopically, you're going to get opened up, with an incision instead of some small spots. The recovery on that one's going to be longer, but most generally the recoveries on both are about the same. Now, I will say the stages of food between the two is a little different. The stages for the gastric bypass is, I am a proponent of long-term softs, long-term blended, long-term, because it eases your system into the new and you learn your new normal. With the sleeve, because they keep the mechanism basically the same, they're just removing a large section of your stomach, the digestive mechanism is all there. And you can go a little faster. You just have to watch for the incision to make sure there's no infection or no leakage from the incision and cauterization itself. But your basic mechanism is still there. So that's about it when it comes to the comparisons of the two. If you have any questions, bleep bloop them down there. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Get told whenever I drop a new video. You guys have a great day. Because a great day today, better day tomorrow. Y'all be good.